where do boars hang out? Is there like a designated area? Somebody says the woods. No shit. That's where I'm at. Listen, man, boars don't like to hang out inside of mountains. Wrong. There's one right there. Come here. You know what? He's gonna lead me to his family, and then we're just gonna kill him.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
I know it. I know how these things work. That is so sad that reminded me of the time I almost got robbed. There was I was getting off of work. This was back in like 2007. I had a construction job in Manhattan. I lived in Queens. I was on the phone with a friend at the time. I was just talking to her, and then the reason she called me, she was like, hey, I just want to make sure you're getting home safe. And she would use that as an excuse to talk to me, but I was like, whatever, I'll play your game. As I'm walking, this is like midnight-ish in Queens somewhere, coming off the train. As I'm walking, this dude comes up to me. I'll never make this mistake again. This is like my first introduction to how to get robbed in New York 101. Dude comes up to me, he's like, hey man, can you spare $1? So, you know, you hear that a lot, especially in New York, and like, I was in a good mood. It must have been like payday or something, I don't know. So I took out my wallet and I was like, here. I didn't give him my wallet. I gave him like $1, or maybe even $5. I gave him more than that. As I took out my wallet and I reached in for the money, I saw, like, that was one dude, but as I did that whole motion, 2 more dudes popped out. I'm on the sidewalk, by the way. 2 more dudes popped out from behind the cars. Like, they were grown-ass men ducking behind cars. And then, boop, they popped out, and I was like, oh. Shit, this is not good. Like, he didn't say anything. They just popped out. Like, they had the shit planned and coordinated. I was okay. He's like, give me everything you got. Like, he went from, excuse me, sir, do you have $1 to give me everything you got or you're gonna die. I was like, oh, you know what? Here, have it. So I gave him my wallet, and luckily, like, all I had was 20, 30 bucks in there. So I gave him that, and he was like, what else do you have? I had a backpack, you know, working in Manhattan, you kind of need like lunch and other shit. I think I had like a PS Vita at the time, nothing crazy. Might have even had my college books. Anyways, so he's like, give me, one of the guys, like they're getting close. At this point, I'm on the ground, sitting down, kind of scared to what's about to happen. This is prior military, so this is a version of me. Like, I didn't really know what to do at the time. So I'm kind of sitting down on the sidewalk, not really knowing what to do. But one of them was like, give me your shoes. I was like, no. And then he just reached for them. So I'm on my back now, kind of kicking, panicking. And as that's happening, another guy's like, where do you live? And immediately, I'm around the corner from the house. And if I scream bloody murder, I think my mom can hear me. The only thing is, like, I don't want her to come out. Like, I don't want to put her in danger. And them asking, where do you live? I'm thinking, oh shit, like they're in, you know, their end game. Like, they're about to rob my house. So I tell them, I point the other direction. I'm like, I'm coming from the train, but I live over there. He's like, all right, show us. I'm like, shit. So I was like, oh, can I keep my shoes though? So he's like, all right. So I got up, and as I got up, like, I'm trying to grab my backpack and tie my shoes, but I'm like getting into this running stance, like complete power mode. And I book it. I remember just running through one of them and just take off. Like, I was fast. I was a fast boy. I remember, oh, I felt so bad because as that was happening, like, remember when the whole wallet thing happened, I remember her on the phone saying, Danny, don't. Like she knew I was in trouble. And then he took the phone and he hung up the phone, by the way. So that's the last thing she heard. I was like, oh. Imagine just hearing that. So some random fucking coming up and then hang up the phone. Why am I telling this story? Oh, because the boar ran away. That's right. That was that was my first time experiencing like the bad side of New York. There's the boar. See, that led me to his family. I knew it. I think a lot of people would have been able to like get past that situation. Just fight or flight. Like, your brain works differently when you're like in that much fear. Like, I didn't mind them taking my shit. Like, whatever, have it. Don't hurt me, obviously. Oh, more though to that story. I ran for my life, right? And I ran around the corner, completely out of breath. I think I'm crying at this point. I'm like in complete fear. And I run into this dude and I scared the shit out of him. Just panting. Oh, complete fear, dude. He's like, what happened? He's like, I just got robbed. He's like, okay. So he calls 911, and in seconds, an undercover cop, like cop car, drives by, stops, opens the door. There's two in the back. No, there's two in the front, one in the back. He swings the door open. He's like, come in. I'm like, I don't know if you're good or bad. He's like, I'm a cop. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I don't want to get kidnapped twice in the night. But I hop in. He was like, where'd they go? This is all within like a 5-minute span, right? Maybe 3 minutes. It happened so fast. And I was like, they went that way. And I'm in the back of the cop car, and they're zooming. This is like Queens neighborhood. Like it's very like small and congested neighborhood kind of area. And they're zooming through the streets. And they're in communication with other cops around the area. I had no idea these people were like wanted criminals. So they're driving to this whatever area spot that was close by. And we approached this corner, which is like a bodega area kind of corner. For the ones that don't know what a bodega is, it's like a local grocery store. There's two cops already there holding a guy against the wall facing away from us. The cop car pulls up, his headlights flashing at these two cops and the guy. They say, all right, over the microphone. They turn him around, the dude that they had, and they ask me, they're like, is that him? I was like, no. He spins the wheel and goes further. He's like, all right, where's the other guy? They already have dudes held up at random corners waiting for me to confirm if there's a guy there or not. If that's the dude. One of them they found, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's him. That's one of the dudes because he had this bright orange sweatshirt on. And then for the other two, they wanted me to draw him. Listen to this. So I went to school for like art and shit, right? So I took my time drawing this dude. I remember handing it to the detective. Actually, he asked me to come to the police station the next day to hand off the drawings or the description of them. So I handed it off, and they're like, do you want a job? Like, this is really good. We're like, we've heard of this dude. We know, here, check this out. And they handed me another one. They're pretty similar, but mine was better. They're like, do you want a job here? I was like, no, I'm good. Sad thing is, we never found the two. Another sad thing is, the detective was hitting on my mom, so he came around a lot. So I saw him often. I thought he was there for me. You know? I was like, oh, did you find him? He's like, no, where's your mom? I was like, god damn it. Ugh, good times. All that from a boar. Crazy, huh?